Dance break dawn.
Calling Don. I drink and dance.
Hello?
Oh, hello. Is this Don?
Yeah.
Hi, Don. Paul, Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast. Tommy's with me in the studio this morning. Welcome to Fish Story.
How's it going, Don? How you doing?
Thank you. I'm doing really good. How are you guys?
We're
I'm
doing great.
doing
We
all right.
just finished up a dance break. We didn't knock anything over, and we usually do.
Yeah, we called it Don's dance break, and then we were dancing while we were calling you because the music's so awesome.
And I
Yeah,
already
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, no,
I already
it's-
messed up a word, which we wait for. We don't know when it's going to happen,
but it happens a lot.
I tried to say 7-foot pole, and I put. Well, see, I'm still messing it up. I said 7 put. So I guess my mind is still on like maybe the next word, and
Drink some more
Uh-oh.
coffee. Drink some more coffee, buddy.
they call that a spoonerism, I believe, Tommy. It's by a guy named his last
you
name
know
is
what we
Spooner,
call you know what we call that?
and he
That's a
switched.
brain fart.
Somer Hinton.
Just saying.
Is where I learned that. It was an episode of The Simpsons. They
Oh,
said
Lord.
that guy's name. His last
I
name
like
was
how you're.
Spooner.
I like how you get all your all your information from The Simpsons. Oh yeah, it's from a Simpsons episode, so it's got to be true.
That's true. So, welcome to Fish Story. The idea behind the show is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing, and we want to hear your fish story. It looks like you have quite a bit of sturgeon, and we want to hear where you caught the fish, the bait you were using, and the size. If you were
Oh.
able to measure it at it, if you had anything with you to measure it.
Well, I went to Hermiston and hung out with my friend Ryan with Columbia River Hookers, and
we know.
we went
Ryan.
down. Yeah, he's like my bestie.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, we've known each other for quite a while, so
Awesome.
it's a lot of fun to hang out with him and go fishing. And there's never a dull moment. We were on the Columbia, and I hadn't actually never caught a sturgeon before, so this was my very first time, and I
Nice.
ended up catching 3.
Fun.
So the first
Wow.
one we caught was like 2 feet. It was just a little guy. I mean, even that's a big fish to me.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we caught that. We were using squid
Okay.
for that one, and then we caught another one, which was probably I think it was about like 4.5, maybe 4.5 feet, and that was so super exciting. Really, really easy to reel in. I mean, it was still like a struggle a little bit, but nothing
Yeah.
compared to the last one we caught. The last one we caught on probably about a 12-inch shad,
Okay.
and that one was about 8 foot.
Woo.
And oh my goodness, I'm sitting there reeling it in, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That was a big.
And Ryan's like, do you need some help?
That was
and
a
I'm
big
like, wait a
difference
second,
from that
wait for a
2-footer,
minute.
right?
Oh yeah. Well, oh my goodness, yeah. It was completely crazy. It was such an adrenaline rush for me because I've never caught
Oh, yeah.
anything that big
Oh,
before in
yeah.
my entire life. So reeling it in, I'm just like, yeah, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. And then like after like 5 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much work. But
My
it's such
arms
a
are
huge
burning.
adrenaline rush. No, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
And well,
Once the
the-
adrenaline wears
one
off,
of the
your
things
arms
that-
start hurting.
oh yeah, and your like your lower back.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it was so much
Oh
fun.
yeah.
The part that the only part that sucked, I thought, was when you were reeling it in and you could literally like see the fish in the water,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just shoots right back down, and so
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to start completely over again.
Uh-huh.
And it was just so much fun.
That's a
so
little
much
bit of
fun.
heartbreak in that one.
Yeah,
You're
I
like,
think
I
that's
almost have it,
probably
almost have
when
it, and then you're
people lose the fish because it's so close, and you yank the line, and if you don't have anybody to help you reel in the
Yeah.
fish or to kind of coach you to let the line go back out, it's like there goes snap.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah. Or we got your drag
Right.
too tight or anything like that. It'll snap it and go. But I mean, that's awesome. I mean, your first sturgeon all in the one day. I mean, your first sturgeon was a little 2-footer, which was still pretty good. And then you go from that
Oh, yeah.
to an 8-footer all in your one day. I mean, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, it was. We were out there for quite a few hours, just hanging out and fishing. But it was such a rush.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
at first I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? He's like, reel.
My line's moving. What do I do? There's so many species.
Well, I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so much fish.
What do I do? Or you're just running around in circles like a little cartoon. You're like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Pretty much, I'm like, Ryan, what do I do? What do I do?
What's so great about
But he
that,
was pretty awesome at showing me. What's that?
What's so great about that river, the Columbia River, is that there's so many species of fish. So when you do see your line moving, you don't really know what's on the other end of it, because there's quite a bit of fish that will eat a shad, and they'll.
Oh, yeah.
And depending on what bait you're using or fishing for, other stuff will jump up and bite it. So that's what's so fun about it.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
We can't wait to go, and Ryan and quite a few people have invited us out there.
Yep.
We just
we'll be out there in a few months.
3-4
We're gonna
months,
we're gonna
we'll
try
head
to get out there in a
try to
few
get out there
months.
and say hi to all of our outsider fans.
Maybe, and since you're such a close
Oh
friend
yeah,
of Ryan,
definitely.
we'll
You
all
won't regret it.
Yeah, we'll all have to meet up over at Neighbor Dudes or something like that. What do you think? Does that sound like a good plan?
Heck yeah.
See, there we
That
go.
sounds awesome.
We'll get over there.
They have the best beer.
I heard, and actually,
They're picking up.
they're going to
our
be help
newest
sponsoring
sponsor.
our show as well. So we're going to be getting some ordnance out here, and we'll be out there and checking out Neighbor Dudes and ordnance, and fishing with Ryan. So we'll all have to get together. We'll have to throw a little big, a little shindig.
We opened the show with beer, and
yeah.
so I guess it fits that it's very fitting that we have a beer sponsor,
Absolutely.
and so
That's
it's
awesome.
great.
And I've heard nothing but good things about them from Ryan. So I mean, he was like, "Oh, they got this and they got that, and you got to check this." And I'm like, "Okay, well, we'll talk with them, and they're gonna put together for us a little care package, and we'll be drinking them on the show."
Well, perfect.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you
Yeah.
for sending in the fish photos. We enjoyed the story. I feel like we know the Columbia River a little bit better each time we get somebody fishing from it.
Absolutely.
And I am
Yes.
learning more and more about sturgeon. I have never caught a sturgeon, and I thought in the photos it looks like a shark when it's
Don,
on. Its
yeah, I was
belly.
gonna say, Don. About 3 weeks ago, he saw a picture of a sturgeon upside down, and he was like, "Oh, that's a cool shark picture." And I said, "Sir, that is a sturgeon." So anyway,
It's a river shark.
yeah,
River shark.
It's a river shark. It's and they got a big old mouth that like tubes out and everything. And, sorry, not a shark.
Well, they're
but-
eating squid, so I was close.
Yeah. Yeah, their mouth is just creepy.
Yeah, it is. It's an awkward thing.
We had another guest say it's over. He said how old the species
Yeah,
is. I can't remember.
they're dinosaurs basically.
But they've been around for quite some time, so it's
They're
always
dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
fun
so-
to hear facts about fish.
Absolutely.
Do you think we would research a
Mm-hmm.
little bit more about the fish that we're going to talk about, but we don't?
Yeah, I'm so busy doing autographs and everything. I don't have time
That's
to
what you
research.
have everybody else for.
Yeah, that's why I have Paul.
Don, he expects me to do it. The moment Tommy
Oh,
got
see, here we go. We got him started now.
Because Tommy got recognized. He was fishing, and somebody said, "Are you Tommy from Outsider Tackle Box?" The moment that happened, he just said,
Oh, I became a total diva.
he's a diva now. He was like,
For
"Oh,
sure.
I want you to write my blogs for me.
I became kind of a big deal.
I'm kind of a big deal now." And
Before I was just big. Now, now I'm a big deal. So
there's no suggestions coming my way. It's just like, do whatever you want because, I'm internet famous.
well,
Oh my god, that's
Whatever.
hilarious.
But Don, we are looking forward to trying to get out there to Oregon and fishing with you guys. And so, you know what?
Please continue to send in
Absolutely.
photos. We enjoyed them quite a bit, and people love to hear fish stories. We also have an Outsider Fish
Oh,
Story
yeah.
blog,
Mhm.
and it doesn't need to. You don't need to be a writer. It could just be a sentence, a joke,
Yeah.
or "Hey, I caught these fish using this bait." People love to see just the photos and the blog. Tommy wrote his first blog.
And
Well, I wrote it for him, but
it was more or less like I made a statement, and he was like, "We're gonna write that down." And so it was basically saying that if I ever became rich, I would, some people buy yachts. Me, I would just order an extra appetizer. So that's just me. That's how I splurge. So, but But yes, we're looking forward to hanging out with you guys and getting out there eventually. And when we do, we'll be having a beer with you. So
If
we'll swap some
that
fish
you want
stories.
Absolutely.
to say hi to, you
Yeah,
can.
absolutely.
We have quite a bit of listeners this morning, and we did pick up a lot of Pacific Northwest people.
Yeah, and we're on iTunes and Spotify and iHeartRadio and all those. So people,
Awesome.
they can listen to you later and be like, oh, "Is that Dawn? Dawn just said hi to me on the
Well,
radio."
duh.
Exactly. They're gonna know it's you. They're gonna be like, "Pfft,
But yeah, they're not even gonna question. They're gonna be
No,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's Dawn."
"That's
not-
Dawn."
Well, Ryan heard you say he's his bestie, so
Ryan's one of my besties
Yeah,
too.
he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. See, me and Ryan now are besties too, so it's okay.
see, here's
Well,
what
that's good.
I said, hey, we were talking about hats and guests on the show. We do like a follow up, and just so we can keep in touch and make sure to reach out to people. And I told Tommy to call Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
and so Tommy gets on the phone with Ryan, and all of a sudden they're BFFs, and
I'm a friendly dude.
and Tommy and now he's on Team Tommy. Tommy has this thing where he likes to team up.
Don's gonna be on Team Tommy too, because we're
And-
gonna hang out and we're gonna drink some beer and we're gonna swap fishing stories. And by the end of all that, she's gonna be like, "Yeah, Team Tommy all the way. Paul, you stink."
And I,
But
I love how people jump on the Tommy bandwagon when it's like when I tell them
I'm hearing
go
a
ahead
lot of
and-
crying from my left.
But yes, thank you again. We enjoyed every moment with you. Come back
Absolutely.
anytime. Send in your photos, and we'll put them up on our social media platforms, and
Mhm.
we'll get this uploaded later today,
Yeah.
so you can share and brag a little bit to Ryan and all your fishing friends, and
And we'll-
say my podcast was better than yours.
Exactly, and we'll even put you on. We're gonna put it on
Cool.
YouTube as well, so you unfortunately get to look at
Awesome.
our beautiful faces while listening to us talk to you.
I am
so.
wearing the Columbia River Hookers hat today.
Good
in
for you.
support
I'm
of-
wearing an outsider's.
I've actually, yes, I've watched one of your guys. The one that you guys did with Brian. I watched that one too. That one, you guys. It seems like a lot of fun.
It is. And then I look to my left, but it was fun until that point. But yeah. So see, she's gonna be Team Tommy totally. Yeah. Sorry, Paul.
We'll see. There's no teams. Team outsider.
Oh, see that? You know who says that?
People that don't have
People that
teams.
don't have a team.
Okay. Well, thanks again, Don. Come back anytime. From all of us here at Outsider, happy fishing.
Happy
tight
fishing,
lines.
tight lines. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy. Thanks to everyone following us right now. And Dawn, just have a good day.
You do the same, guys. Thank you so much for calling.
All right. Thank you for answering. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.